Hello, and thank you for joining me. In this video, we are going to be talking about string operations in real data. Real data is messy. It is not what you see on Kaggle or on those some of those websites. It requires a lot of work. Real data often it involves data cleaning, parsing, transforming strings to make your data useful for analysis and other tasks that you might need to do. In this particular video, we are going to be focusing on the different common string operation and manipulation that you usually need to perform in real-world data using Python. The first thing that you like to do is you like to use the cleaning string. From real data, because it is messy, sometimes it requires you to remove white space. White space are spaces that's like a space that you don't need. Sometimes you might need to convert letters from capital to lowercase. Sometimes you want to remove some that you don't even need at all. Let's look at this example. In this example, as you can see, we have this data equals to data science. You can see that there are spaces here in front and a lot of spaces at the back, which we don't need. So what are we going to do? With the .strips function of Python, we are able to remove all these spaces that we don't need. And by the time we print this, it is going to give us our clean data. Let me run it and you can see. And also, sometimes you want to convert to a lowercase. So if you have data, for example, it's Python programming, and if you want everything to be lowercase, you can clean your data using .lower, and then it gives you this output Python programming. There are different ways you can reduce, as I've showed you in previous video. Sometimes you have upper. It depends on, maybe you want to make it a case letter or a lower case letter. But what I want to emphasize is that we have various cleaning strings in Python. And then the next is splitting strings. Look at this. We have John Doe 25 New York. This is separated with comma. But with Python, you can actually split it properly. You can change, for example, this is a string. You can make individuals. And how will you do that? You can use the data dot split. With dot split, you can see all this stays on their own. John Doe 25 New York. And you can run it and you can get your output. And also we have the dot join. With dot join, you can add all this together. You can reverse the operation that we've completed in two. And as you can see, it's the opposite of splitting, where you might want to combine a list of string into a single string with a specific separator. In this case, the separator that we're choosing is the comma. You can choose another one if you want, and you can see. Let's assume that you replace this with something with this, and you will see, and that is it. So easy, easy. The next one that we are going to do is replacing substring. And how are you going to do that? Let's look at this example. You say data equals to hello world. If you want to replace data, if you want to replace word with Python, so you use this dot replace. You say data, which is your variable, dot, you call the dot replace function, and then the word you want to replace, and then with words you want to use to replace it. And if you run this, you can see your output to be hello Python. And there's another area that is very important in Python. We cannot even go into it in this video. Yeah, but I will just briefly touch it. This is regular expression. Regular expression is very, very useful when you are trying to extract data, and it is used for complex operation. It's also a built-in Python module, so it shows how powerful Python is when it comes to string searching and manipulation. Let's look at this example. Before you use the regular expression, you need to import it as RA. RA stands for regular expression. And then you now call the data. Data equals to, for example, the rain in Spain. It is also possible for you to call a data that is maybe a file or a text file or something. And then you now put the file that you're looking for, and then you say ra dot, you ask it to find all. There are different functions in regular expression, but in this case, what they are doing is they want to find all AI in this expression. and with that, they'll print it out. So if you look at it, you can see AI is in rain and also in Spain. So if you print that out, that is why there is AI. And the second example, replace all the white space character with digit 9. So the white space are the spaces in between. So we can see the 9, rain, 9. You can see all those spaces is replaced by 9. And that is the way you use regular expression. The function of regular expression that does that is this sub. So, and then you put you want to replace the space. This is a sign for space, and then you are replacing with 9, and then it is inside this data. And you can also extract substring. Let's assume you have you have data equals to customer ID 12345, but you want to extract specific portion of string when the data follows a specific pattern. So what you can do is you can say customer ID equals to data 12, because you've already seen, because this is what you are trying to pick, this last number. So you've already you just slice into the side where it is. You can say 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So you are starting from this 12. So and then you want everything after 12. And that is why if you print it, you have your ID. And you can also use regular expression. And what this regular expression means is that regular expression, you use the dot search function. And what you are doing here is you are getting all the numbers. D plus means all the numbers, and then with that, you get these numbers. There are different ways you can do the same thing in Python. It's just for you to look at which way best work for your case at a point in time. And then let's look at handling character. Look at this data. Many times you have data like this copy that is written in some non-ASCII characters, but Python 3, with Python 3, you are able to use the encode function of Python to change the encode of the data. So in this case, you encoded data equal to data.encode. In this example, it is using UTF-8. And if you print the encoded character, and then you can see the real output. And when you decode the character, you can see what you get. So one thing I wanted to take away from here is that when you are working with real data, you need to be mindful of the structure and quality. Real data are messy, and the reason why it is messy is the fact that we have different systems. There are binary files, there are different kinds of files. Because many organizations uses some legacy system or some SaaS products, and there are specific ways in which the data is the output comes in their data set. So you need to master all these string operation, because once you master it, it makes it easy for you to manipulate and work with your data set. Please, if you have any question, please feel free to let me know and I will get back to you. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Thank you.